willing to pay the cost.
Y'all cook, no need for prep. They just want mentions. I got the check.
The view from the skies above downtown San Antonio. We're pleased to welcome you to Texas tonight. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Blazers.
The players love him. Thank you, David. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll start it on the road and play the Clippers in Los Angeles. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Golden State Warriors.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Bird is out there with Griffin. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Ewing, and it's Chenier in at the 2. And for San Antonio, we've got Russell Westbrook. Walton is out there with Green, and it's LeBron James, and it's Roy in at the 2-guard spot. Well, we have two teams tonight, Steve, that love to take their time working it up court. When you played, which were the best teams at grinding it out in slower games?
You know, I think the Chicago Bulls, that triangle offense, I mean, they ran on fast break on their defense, but on the offensive end, they wanted to wear you down with that triangle offense. And the teams that had dominant post players, they would get it down to them, make you double team, the ball would move around. And that was pretty much Shaq teams and Akeem Olajuwon teams, guys who had dominant centers.
And Walton sends it back. And now in transition, it's Roy. Here we go. Westbrook finds James. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I mean, plenty of lift in those legs. LeBron never did the dunk contest. He just does it in a game.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Trailblazers. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
And San Antonio has possession. Portland making their last shot. LeBron passes to Walton. Shoots over Ewing, and it's Walton missing. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Bird. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Oh, wow. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Now here's Johnson. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Unloads from 13. And Bird with the basket on the assist from Dennis Johnson. Bird's got his second bucket of the night. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. A nice shot by Roy.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Bird outside. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And stolen by James. Westbrook kicks to LeBron. Here's Walton. The rebound by Ewing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Portland Trailblazers. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Chenier. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Westbrook.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak. 22 years in running. Not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Johnson against Westbrook. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Here's Chenier. But they recover it. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Knocked away. Ewing, the pass to Bird. Pass to Baker. Trying to get open is Bird. Baker, no good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Here's Siakam. A shot off that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. To stop the drought. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Passes it to Middleton. Unloads. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Floyd. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Such a fluid mover off the bounce. Siakam gets to his spot before the defense can react.
59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. On the wing, Bird. And he gets the bucket. Bird's got 6.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Middleton outside. Ilgauskas dishes to Middleton. 13 feet away. Ilgauskas, good.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Middleton. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
One-on-one fast break. And the jam by Ilgauskas.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Oladipo taking his time here. Here's Bird. And no good that time.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Ewing is out there with Baker. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Floyd in at point guard.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then
getting those offensive putbacks.
High arcing shot. The rebound by Middleton. Spurs leading by 8. Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Griffin's checked in for Patrick Ewing. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Four on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
And the basket by Walton.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Floyd. He's covered by Brown. Back to Baker. Good D by Siakam.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Walton, the pass to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
Here's Floyd. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. San Antonio leading by 13. Brown, good, and the assist goes to James. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He's covered by Roy. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Green comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Brown.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
He's covered by Westbrook, rebounded by the Spurs. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But bottom line is their opponent didn't shoot it well, and you got to take some of the credit from a defensive standpoint.
They really played exhausting D out there, just pounding them all night long.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. Last season, he played outstanding. First in assists, 4th in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Westbrook with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And Walton throws it down.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
You know, for a guy who sat on the bench his senior year of high school and was barely noticed by college recruiters, boy, DJ's proved a lot of people wrong. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Larry Bird's checked in for Portland. San Antonio leading by 17. Pass to Walton. Shoots a fader, and another basket for San Antonio.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And for Portland, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Johnson with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And here's Bird for three. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Bird's got 9.
And the ultimate combo guard. Johnson can pass with the league's best playmaker.
Here's LeBron. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And Portland making a change here. Ewing's checked in.
A guy who's won almost every award in the book. LeBron does as much for the NBA off the court as he does on it.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Ilgauskas comes in for Walton. And Middleton subbed in for LeBron. Chenier, the pass to Griffin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green with the block.
He's a tremendous defender. Draymond Green all over that shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Johnson goes in. Pulls it from the elbow. The rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for San Antonio. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Ilgauskas, good.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Johnson, the pass to Bird. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Kicks it to Bird. Over Middleton. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 23. For 3, Roy. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Stolen by Westbrook. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Middleton, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. And that'll about do.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Brandon Roy really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
They've got Brandon Roy. Draymond Green is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Walton in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Bird against LeBron. And King James throws it down.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Westbrook with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Westbrook's got the ball and finished off by LeBron.
A guy that great, you have to make somebody else beat you. LeBron's been hot tonight.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Bird. The pass to Chenier. The dish to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Here's Chenier. He's covered by Roy. Chenier's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
James, no good.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Pass to Ewing. Johnson in the corner. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Plays it up off the glass. Johnson's got 6. The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Right side, Roy. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Johnson, the pass to Chenier. No good that time. Great D that time from Roy. Spurs have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
Driving with that kind of speed and power, LeBron bulldozes his way through contact.
And the Trailblazers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Here's Johnson, and Walton sends it back.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Johnson against Westbrook. Up again. Here's Ewing over Walton. Bank shot, no good. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Roy, and the Spurs scoring again.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Down low. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Stolen by Bird. Here's Johnson. Buries the 20-footer. 8 points for him.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. All of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. With some arc, rebounded by the Spurs. Walton's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Spurs. To the middle. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for James. Carr comes in for Brandon Roy. And it's Brown in for Russell Westbrook. Trailblazers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Guarded by Green. Passes to Rollins. Here's Baker. Here's Floyd. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Baker, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this.
That's sweet. You got to give a little more pressure.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Trailblazers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Shane Battier, Baker out there with Rollins, and it's Floyd in at the point. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Floyd. He's covered by Brown, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. The Spurs making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And Battier now, it's out the key. Puts it up from 12. Basket counts. Battier's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Defended by Middleton. Rebound, San Antonio. Ilgauskas has got 4 rebounds in this game. 20 feet out. That one misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Floyd. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Bibby's checked in. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
5 on the clock. Here's Bibby. Portland no good that time either. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Pass to Baker. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Shots good by Carr.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Bibby. The pass to Baker. He kicks to Bibby. The shot from 20 feet away. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And there it is for them.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Here's Baker to the left side wing. Hits the jumper in space.
Beautiful ball movement. Draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
Murray kicks to Middleton over Battier. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 8 points for Chris Middleton.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
And stolen by Murray. And he converts the layup. Murray's got his first 2 points of the night.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Dishes it to Bibby. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off-season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody's looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Trailblazers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Harris inside the line. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Middleton the pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Here's Griffin, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
I like that good read by Griffin. Big-time score with versatility.
From deep, off target. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much